Every year, the island of Nantucket puts on a classic yacht sailing celebration. Hi, I'm Tucker Thompson from T2P TV, and now in its 40th year, the Opera House Cup and Party Afterward have become one of the must-do events on Nantucket all year long. This is David Edwards to tell us more about the Opera House Cup.
Good morning, Tucker. Like most sailing events, this started in a bar. 40 years ago, several local sailors were sitting around talking about wooden sailboats and how come no one races them anymore. And before you knew it, the bartender put up a trophy and said, if you guys will go out there, I'll give it to the winner. So maybe there was 4 or 6 boats in the first year. We now have 60 boats. These are beautiful wooden boats, anywhere from 28 feet long to sometimes 130 feet long, gathered from all over the eastern seaboard here in the perfect venue of Nantucket Island.
Perfect. Well, we're looking forward to seeing them on the water. The day begins with a rainbow parade around Brant Point Lighthouse, and the spectators on shore and afloat are out in full force. Out on the race course, the tall ships Pride of Baltimore II and the privateer Lynxus are on hand to salute the fleet and celebrate this 40th anniversary of sail.
Minutes to the first warning.
What a way to begin a starting sequence. The biggest boats will now have their shot at starting first. The first class will have a 2-minute window from which to start. And there's the gun. And with that, the Opera House Cup is officially underway. Here's Scott Franz's Ticonderoga to windward of Peter McCausland's Black Watch, names that you only read about in books, and here they are sailing in real life. Reminiscent of America's Cup's past, the beautiful 12 meters are off the starting line next. American Eagle with Gary Jobson at the helm is the first boat to tack on port and head to the right, followed by Nefertiti. Class 3, the largest division, is next. That was the starting gun, and already an early port starboard just behind the right-hand buoy end of the line for everyone else. A beautiful start. At the left-hand end of the line, it's a beautiful launch out of the gates for John Taft and Tom Glassier's Fortune, up from Newport, Rhode Island. The two 8 meters, Quest and Pleione, will have a match race of their own all day. And finally, the last class to start are the Illyrians. Number 26, Brian Simmons and Tom Darling's first tracks are the reigning champions in this division. The first mark is off of Great Point, and the majority of the fleet heads offshore, but some look for an advantage inshore off the beach, like Jeffrey Bowles' Nellie. But they're in good company with boats like Buzz Goodall's Sumaran. From 1914, the name means exotic harem girl, and she was given by a baroness to her husband as a present. And that is quite a present. Michael Patterson's Intrepid leads the 12s towards the top mark. She defended the Cup in 67 and 70, and she's out in the lead again as well. Bowman at the ready. The beautiful wooden Heritage is just behind Boat for Boat. How about that bright work? With Great Point Light as a beacon in the distance, Peter McCausland's Black Watch sails by in first place overall for the Classics. She sails in and amongst the 12s. Here at the top mark, it's Valiant, who finished first place in this division at the regatta last year. The beautiful 72-foot gaff rig sloop Spartan, owned by Charlie Ryan, works her way through the 12s as well. And look at that, steered by a tiller. That is awesome. It's a port approach past the mark and into the spectator fleet. For this 12-meter, it's the beautiful Gleam. That move will give her clear air to windward. It's Emily Taylor's Northern Light, also with a port approach, but that isn't going to work because the beautiful Bolero on starboard is going to go right over the top. Originally owned by John Nicholas Brown, this boat has seen a lot of miles. Northern Light works hard in a lee bow position to keep her air clear from the bigger Bolero to windward. It's the 8-meter Ronald Palms Quest, first place overall boat for boat in Class 3. They lead the other 8-meter Quest and Harvey Jones's Mustang as Great Point Light looks on. Here's Joe Dockery's beautiful Sunny, reaching into bigger waves as the boats head offshore. The next leg is a long starboard tack offshore. For the Ilarians, it's first tracks. Brian Simmons and Tom Darling are back out in front, just where they were last year. Having sailed a triangle offshore and back again, Marius Schwartz's Heroina is leading the entire fleet, boat for boat. Rounding the leeward mark behind them, it's a three-boat battle in the 12 meters between Intrepid, Heritage, and American Eagle. And it's a jibe around the leeward mark from a starboard reach to port. Interesting sail choice for Valiant. Have a look at that reacher. The final leg of the course is a dead downwind run for the entire fleet. And line honors will go to Marius Swart and crew aboard Heroina. It's a well-earned victory. And so concludes another Opera House Cup, and Nantucket should be proud. After 40 years, the regatta is still going strong, and while the racing may be over, the event is not. The party tonight at Jetties Beach will be legendary, and it's all for a good cause, to benefit Nantucket Community Sailing. We hope you enjoyed our coverage here in Nantucket. I'm Tucker Thompson for T2P TV.